was, yeah.
Nice. Because you've been standing, I know. It's the third game for the day. I know, you've been standing the whole time. So then are we going to go out to dinner somewhere before we go home, or what's the plan? Yeah. Huh? Yeah, and then another 2-hour drive home. Yeah, I know. We're going to go, sleeping tomorrow, honey.
Broadmeadow Magic. Lining up for the visitors, Kate Spranger, Anya Lowe, Wimberley Wright, Marissa Mastrantonio, Emily Ferrisat, Jessica Wallace, Megan Janikowski, Ava Bjorkman-Tracy, Mally Blanche, Darla Rose Black on the bench with Neve Nolan, Dina Collins, Emmeline Howard, Madeline Campbell and Emma McGovern. They're coached today by Dean Cook and Christy Daniels as the manager. For the home side, we have number 1, Danielle Bartels, number 2, Janali Hunter, number 3, Chloe Martin, number 6, Sarah Perez, number 8, Ellie Jones, number 12, Sienna Denham, number 14, Erica DiCiascio, number 17, Libby Copus-Brown, number 18, Taryn King, number 22, Aoife Redmond, and number 32, Isabel Button. On the bench we have number 13, Riley Gardner, number 26, Zalia Porter, number 28, Laura Ng, number 31, Victoria Dugamono, and number 44, Isla Carstairs. Coached today by Nick Ferguson and supported by Dana Fraser and Ruby Jones.
By Dean Cook in the absence of Jason Kinjarski with suspension. Off at Charlestown, Azzurri, in goals will be Denny Bartels. Number 2 is Janali Hunter. 3, Chloe Martin. 6, Sarah Perez. 8, Ellie Jones. 12, Sienna Denholm. 14 is Erica DiSpiasio. 17, Libby Copus-Brown. 18, Taryn King. 22 is Aoife Redmond. And 32 is Izzy Button. They are coached by Alicia Ferguson. A cool evening as the sun has all but set here in Lockridge. Two teams walking out at that captain. Megan Janikowski is captain. Broadmeadow Magic. Chloe Martin for Charlestown, Azzurri. Both chasing finals football. Chance of getting a final with each loss, however. The Magic sitting in 4th spot on 11 points. Charlestown Azzurri are 2 points behind them. 14 all within 2 competition points fighting for that final 3rd. Flash once more after this round on the run home. The side in the wash-up who makes it in the 2000 Charlestown starting to look like a refreshment rejuvenated team since the arrival of names like Taryn King and Libby Copus-Brown, their A-League experience. Well, for the Magic, they've had a spark as well. American imports coming in, adding a new line to them and finding goals going forward. The team's going through the last of their conversations to get set for kick-off here in round 14 action. First, bringing you all of the action today live and free on the Northern New South Wales YouTube channel. Of course, you can catch every men's and women's NPL first and reserve grade picture live and free on the YouTube channel. Referees go through the final checks. Assistant referees checking the nets. Lights up to take full effect. Wonderful. Skyline behind us now as the sun is going to the last moment before we hit nightfall. Surface looking amazing. The junior games here earlier. Let's see, taking Azzurri in the lower grades. Inside all set now. Magic get into position. Magic will get us underway. Maybe Jessica Wallace to get things started. To absolutely hit the ground running after coming back from a break away from the sport. Slotted in. Hand in glove here with his Magic side. And immediately they push forward Magic. It's headed back with Chloe Martin. And the ball race away. And Magic will get an early throw in deep in attacking territory. Kayla Simons trots her way down. No rush to take this first throw. Now Azzurri working it, pushing it over the sideline. Another throw in almost the same position. Charlestown being tested with their defence early. All pushed over the byline by Taryn King. It'll now be a corner. Great opportunity early for the Magic. Decent crowd in here for a standalone NPL match. No reserve grade fixture with Charlestown not having a reserve grade side in 2026. Healthy crowd. A few interesting faces getting in, representing their two clubs. As Magic spilled this into the box, it's not quite cleared. It falls now. Azzurri push it out of play. Throw again will be taken by Simons. Pushed up towards the 18-yard box, just parried back over the sideline. Now working it back. Magic. Simons. Denholm stecks in. Gets the foot on the ball. Can't control it. Lose it over the sideline. They're going to throw down the line. Denholm blocked by Spranger, the former Azzurri player herself. Paul Martin gets in, sends it down, looking for Hunter. Putting the pressure on. Low. It comes off Hunter last. Pushed across the sideline again by Azzurri. Deflection comes off Magic though, so it will be Azzurri ball. Martin to take the throw. Headed across the line again. Just continue to press it to the sideline, the Magic defence. Martin goes forward looking for Hunter. Back to Martin now. Floats it into the box looking for an opportunity. It's headed away strongly by the Magic defence. Now right. Feeds the ball back. Heavily hit there but well controlled. Yorkman Tracy. Now Libby Copus-Brown plays it out to Denholm. A little bit of space on the wing. Tries to float it in and it's easily dealt with by Blanche. Gets things moving. They're driven long. Azzurri just trying to clear it out of their defensive area. Now Magic went out in midfield. They play it forward. Right. Takes a strike from range. It's speculative and well off target. Come back for another goal kick now for Bartels. Trying to work it wide through Martin. Cagey the opening few minutes. And pressure there right into the box. Gets a nudge. Referee says play on. Not one of those ones that could have gone either way. Referee had a clear line of sight. Martin plays it down the line, looking for Denholm, but it's a little too wide. Yeah, Magic fans thought that might have been the first real opportunity and a penalty with the contact. Throw taken, they go with width, Magic. Now they try and feed it down the line, a little too heavy and it couldn't be controlled by Spranger. Opposite number in Martin will take the throw. Throw forward looking for Hunter, broken up. Now Bjorkman Tracy pushing forward, space opens up. Call for the ball out wide from Spranger. She's going to run onto this nicely. Can she get the delivery into the box? She won't get it there, but Martin will block it and we'll have another corner for the Magic. Another player that set that run up in Bjorkman Tracy to take the corner. Two hands in the air. She'll float it into the box here. Well weighted to the top of the 6-yard box, but bounces off a couple of Azzurri heads, not completely dealt with. Popped up and goes well wide of the target from Janikowski. Broadmeadow certainly playing like the top 4 side that their ladder position currently dictates early doors here. Bartel sets it, her players long, drives through the goal kick. A little shorter than she might have liked, and it's headed defensively by Magic, and they push it forward. All brought down. Wright wins out. Now they push it into the box. Opportunity, no. Flag goes up against Wallace. Not to be. Azzurri move it on very quickly. Jones lays it forward now. Here he is. Floats it up, an optimistic through ball. Picked off in the end. Defence too strong. Now Jones again. Lays it forward wide on the right. The first time they've ventured down the right-hand side. Now it comes in, looking for Hunter. Can she get a connection? She does, but very little power on it and no threat. Now Martin. Good body work there by Denholm, and she can win out here. She gets to the outside, tries to cross it in early. Some half-hearted appeals from Azzurri for a handball, but they win it back out here. Here is cutting across. Nothing really presenting. Copus Brown now cuts to the outside. Off balance, hits a strike that was somewhere between a cross and a shot. And doesn't trouble anyone. Magic quick to restart play with the goal kick, and they'll work it out from here. Play wide. Immediately pushed in from Simons. To right. Now played down the line, and no Broadmeadow jerseys present down there, so it will go down deep. King will float it down for captain in Martin to take the throw. Martin looking for Hunter. Martin dispossesses. A good tackle from Spranger. She's away with space to work with. Heads towards the edge of the 18-yard box. Feeds it into the 18. Played on now. Bjorkman Tracy's got a tight angle to shoot. Sprays it across the face. And a roll away and go out over the sideline for a throw, but they're going to say it's crossed. No, they're not. It's play on, and it goes back into the goal. 18-yard box picked up by Bartels. Copers Brown pushing down, has the ball deflected from a path and takes the quick throw in, keeps things moving for Azzurri. An errant pass and turned over. Magic on top in midfield here. Good progressing run, trying to get it out in front of Spranger. Martin might get there first. No, she doesn't, but she closes the space and takes it away. Now feeds it down to Denholm on the left here. Cutting back infield. Running the pass for Hunter. It's going to be a little too angled, and will run away before Hunter can track it down. Magic have had slightly better of it so far in the early exchanges. No shots on target either side. Straight taken by Simons. King steps forward, pushes it down towards halfway. Pressure from Jones there, and Bjorkman Tracy gives the foul. King will take free kick opportunity here. Delivers strongly for Denholm. What pinpoint accuracy of the long pass from the dead ball. Denholm floats it into the box. It's a bit heavy towards the back of the 18-yard box. So have a little bit of a foot race. Redmond can't quite get there. And for the time being, Magic take possession and clear it long for Wright. Plays it wide, but a little off target. It's in behind Spranger. Right idea, execution not quite there, and Charlestown will have a throw. Almost smack bang on halfway. Martin takes the throw, finds Denholm. Goes back to Turned over, Magic now straight forward to right. Now they put it out in front of Spranger again. The weight and the angle not quite on. And Charlestown Azzurri will escape with a throw in their defensive territory. Through Chloe Martin again. A lot of the match played on the crowd and camera side so far as this ball pushed back by Charlestown. A little too heavy again. Passing touch just a little off. It is a cold night. Teams trying to warm into this fixture. Simons to take it. Throws long. The header goes up as an opportunity for Wright. Plays it outside, takes on Martin, floats it into the box dangerously. Bartels gets a touch. Then it's parried, shot taken with a little touch, but off target once it took a deflection from Young. The threat not completely dealt with though. Magic still pushing into the box. Opportunity for Wallace floating it over the top, not enough on that nor the right line. Bartels just watches it fizz past the goals. Bartels to the goal kick now. Just over 11 minutes gone here. Pushing forward now, Denholm. Can Charlestown create their first real opportunity? Pushed into the 18-yard box, but only red jerseys there to be found as Spranger takes a turn away from Martin. Tries to play it in centrally. Wembley Wright's taking a tumble. Just lost a footing on a bit of loose surface. As a bit of the juice starts to come, that's going to be more and more of a risk. Simons with the throw goes very long. Looking for Wright, but it's headed away by Sarah Pires. Broadmeadow advance down the pitch. Simons another throw. Over the top, Spranger heads it on. No runners there. Wallace will be late to arrive, but calmly played by the experienced Taryn King. Now driven long into a contest. Offside flag stays down. It looked interesting, we'll say. Bartels goes long with the goal kick. That's much better in terms of distance. Master Antonio brings it down. She ends up with the ball after a couple of deflection. Plays it forward to Wright. Who hangs on to it despite the contact from a Charlestown defender. Now Spranger cuts back infield. Heavy touch and it's capitalised on for a moment. But Wright trying to carve her way through. Goes to ground with contact from King. King wants to debate the decision, says it was shoulder to shoulder. The referee obviously viewed it otherwise. And Broadmeadow will have an opportunity here from a very dangerous position just outside the 18-yard box. With the captain, Janikowski, to step up. Perfect range to take a strike from. Bartels gets her wall set. Denholm and Jones in there with two others. Janikowski comes back 6 or 7 metres from the ball and will wind up into this one. Will she look to float it into the back stick or will she take the shot? Wind up, drives it. Ball's hit a player in the face there and straight down. Looks like it could be Erica Di Sciascio. And that's unfortunate. Part of the risk of standing in the wall, but she wore that flush in the head. It was well struck as well from Janikowski. A lot of power on it. Hopefully nothing too major. Hopefully just stunned by the collision. Both teams will utilise this as a chance to grab some water and some momentary instructions. A couple of the Charlestown Azzurri players stay there with her with the trainer. been a cagey opening exchange. Both sides have had some opportunities to push forward, neither really able to create anything of major threat. Broadmeadow probably looked slightly the better. The good news is Descasio is back sitting up. Certainly wouldn't have tickled, that is for certain. Close range. No real time to react overly. Putting your body on the line for the defence of the goals versus self-preservation. As you can imagine, with something as jolting as that, a little bit of a hush has fallen over the crowd here at Lyle Carr. So she's going to need a change. She is a little worse for wear. Hopefully nothing too lasting. That by a warm round of applause. It looks like we will have a change. It looks like a bit Isla Carson. No, here's the change coming now. It'll be Riley Gardner coming on. Change is completed and we get back underway. Immediately Gardner gets herself involved. Shoulder-to-shoulder contact there from Agnello. Charlestown will have a throw deep in attacking territory. It'll be left by Gardner for Martin. She looked a long throw into the box for Janali Hunter. No, Hunter's going to advance forward and present an option. Instead, he goes forward. And the Denholt comes off second best. Oh, Sally Jones actually down there. Jones tries to win out, can't get the ball away. And it's just pushed over the line by Michaela Simons. Both teams, after that short stoppage, just looking a little rusty all of a sudden. Passing just a little further off than it was. Martin goes forward for Gardner. Gardner will play it back now. Perez pushes it back up. Pushed into the box by Martin. Pushed away. The players just sort of watching it across the sideline, and now Azzurri will take the throw. King sitting back, presenting an option. They go forward, and Simons gets it first, and away he goes over the sideline. Now Gardner pushing down, trying to get to the ball, but just shepherded across the byline for a goal kick. Magic working it out of their own half. Work it across the defensive line now, and across they come. Simons. Pushing forward, spraying up. Good strong defence from Martin, the captain for Azzurri. Plays it wide now for Hunter. Keeps it back infield, and then is taken down by Lowe. Lucky it's further from goal. Foul given, and ball lofted in. Ball down. And pushed over the sideline. Again, it will be Simons to take the throw. She's going to look to go long here, maybe to Spranger. No, over the top. It's broken up by Jones. Now Hunter pushes forward. Gardner threads the ball into the 18-yard box, and again, Simons will just see it across. And we'll have a throw deep in attacking territory. Now crossed in. No real players presenting in the box. It seemed an interesting choice to just hit and hope with the cross. And now, good defence from Azzurri. Copus Brown showing all her experience there as now Gardner gets into a tussle for the ball with Wallace. Goes out of play. Last touch off the Magic. So it will be a throw for Azzurri. So the play that actually went off earlier was not Descasio. It was actually Denholm. We'll get confirmation of that when we can. Azzurri turn it over again. Magic pushing forward through low. More animation coming from the Broadmeadow bench with some instructions now. Azzurri push it forward through King. All played to advantage. And for Redmond, couldn't quite chase down her own pass. Now working it down, the Magic again. Neither side really getting any ascendancy despite Magic having the better of territory and possession. Wallace now though, going forward, little step over, cuts through between two, takes a stride. Blocked up by Descasio. Now push forward, looking for Hunter to make a run. Tracking back is low. She'll get there first and play it back to Blanche. He clears it, but only as far as Redmond. Redmond under pressure. Spranger takes it away. They play it forward. Deflected, falls into advantage of Broadmeadow. Now chipping it out in front for the pace of Wright. King tracking inside. Wright v King. Taking a little fumble by Bartels, and she capitalises and manages to dive on that just as Wallace arrives. You see the experience of Taryn King coming to the fore there, just closing down the angle, forcing the challenging shot, rather than overcommitting early. Past the midpoint of the half as Wright just loses control of that over the sideline. Throw will be taken here. Martin. Pushed across the sideline again by Magic. Now, Hunter with the foul. So, free kick just short of halfway. And Janikowski to take it. Can they conjure something here with a long ball? Headed towards the box, sent towards the box, headed away from the 18 yards. Here is the one to step in there. Deals for a handball, but the ball cleared away again by Azzurri. Clunky play on the sideline, sees it over the side again. Another Magic throw now. Just waiting for a football to come back from in the crowd. Room for error on that far side. Ball flies over that sideline. It can end up into the bushland pretty quickly. Almost 25 gone. Time ticking away. Neither side really looking like scoring just yet. Spranger controls it down well. Ferrisat hasn't had a lot of time on the ball in this first half, with it almost exclusively using this right edge, Broadmeadow. Now they go down the left. Young tries to cross it in, but is pushed out of the way, and the ball pushed over the byline. And we'll have another corner for the Magic. This time it'll be in the southeastern corner, on the left of their attack. Coach Dean Cook sends some more numbers in. And go to the short corner to the edge of the 18-yard box. Now, shot taken from range. Oh, my goodness. Just skims over the crossbar. That was a strike and a half. Haven't seen a shot and anger in the game really yet, and all of a sudden that comes out from distance. Shot like that can add some life to the game, that's for certain. Now Martin decides to take it on her own back, pushing down the line, feeds it off the left to Hunter. Nice little ball inside, just a touch too light for Aoife Redmond advancing. His last pass is just undoing both sides. Budden plays it wide. Now fed back in. Cobus Brown dropping deep to take it on. Offloaded to Taryn King, who gets into a tussle with Wright and gives it back to Cobus Brown, who floats it in behind a little too straight. It'll be easily dealt with by Blanche. And we go to the left with Young, who plays it down the line. Looking for Wallace. Trying to accelerate past Budden. Instead just plays it into the body, and again it goes over the byline. Another corner. Interesting tactic at the corner, sending it deep of the 18-yard box, but coming through, maybe just creating something with Master Antonio, but had it taken away by Haynes. And they come through. Spranger plays down the line. Flag goes up. I was going to say, right, looked like she jumped the gun. Go forward to King. Picking it back up for the resumption. King goes laterally for Bartels. Now working it round the Magic. Strings some passes together, Bjorkman and Tracy. As I suggested, the commentator's coast strikes, and it's misdirected and misdirected again, and here he steps in. A 1-2, working the ball around with Jones. Floated into the box. He's trying to work it around, but Magic clear it away. Touch just not quite on for either side early doors here. Now Cobus Brown touches it inside for herself. Now a nice ball to find some space, and away they go here. Viscasio plays it back infield to Jones. Curious pushes it wide. Martin's got plenty of space. She pulls up and sends it back. Nice little ball behind for Cobus Brown. Can they get the cross in and find a target? They can, but Janali Hunter can't quite get it on target. That was by far Azzurri's best chance so far. Wonderful build-up play. And that looks ominous if you're a Magic player or a Magic fan. Good fluid movement of the ball from the team in blue. All floated in behind. Wallace in a foot race with Martin here. Gets behind. Push to the outside of the 18-yard box though. Can she find a ball in? Spranger tries. Capers Brown arrives again. Pushes it towards the byline. And Wallace is happy to see it across because that means that Magic will get another corner. My maths is the 5th of the half for them. If they get their delivery right here, they could really make something of it, but it hasn't been there as of yet. Yorkman Tracy. This is better. Top of the 6-yard box. Brought down in contest. Spranger gets a leg to it. Ellie Hunter gets a leg to it and pushes it out. Well, Young gets onto it. Then it's headed forward. A little optimistically by Farasat. Volley. Discasio, though, happy to clean it up and stick to the old adage, if in doubt, kick it out. Magic now, another throw deep in his attacking territory as they continue to dominate, certainly possession and territory, but unable to capitalise on it and turn it into a score. They float it into the box. The offside flag goes up. Again, just trying to push forward. Is it? No, we've actually got a foul. So we come down now and bring the ball forward. Resumed again. Bartels pushed forward. Magic sent it back the other way. Can't quite be controlled or brought back under the use of Jessica Wallace. So it'll be another throw to Charlestown Azzurri. These fullbacks will had more touches with their hands and their feet with the amount of throw-ins we've had. Janikowski just happy to use the time and space that she's afforded. Play it now to Blanche, who comes further across to Lowe. Lowe will pull it up to Simons. Just happy to return the favour. Magic just trying to connect some passes and get a little bit of flow happening. Janikowski will push forward. Lots of space in front of her. Heads down towards halfway before trying to float it in behind for Wallace. She's quick, Wallace. Can't quite control it as the foot comes in from the defender. There'll be another corner. Floated high. Falls the ground opportunity here. Player goes to ground in a collision. It's Disciasio and the foul will be given. Wembley Wright not happy with the call and questions the referee on it. Now Bartels plays it forward. And working around Copus Brown, tracking back, will go all the way back to Bartels, who'll try to drive it long, but miscues it. Brought down in the box. Unfortunately, Wright was well offside there and couldn't follow through on the miscued through ball. Copus Brown will step over, turning back. Under pressure from Wright. Will work with King. Back to Copus Brown. Wright trying to do a one-woman defensive show. Now they play forward. A little light for Hunter and goes out of play. Never side quite getting that flow. We've seen it very momentarily from Charlestown just before and it looked dangerous. Get towards 10 or so minutes of regulation time remaining in this first half. And hello. That's a pass blocked by Janalia Hunter, which forces them lateral, and now they go back to the captain in Janikowski with that heavily strapped right hand. Pressure there from Simons, gets another throw for Magic. Header on from Wright. King has plenty of time and she'll pull back and wait to see what presents. Feeds it through nicely for Redmond. Back to Martin. Looking for Redmond again, but just miscued. Capers-Brown blocks it. Redmond comes away with it. Got Capers-Brown on the left if she can get it out there. She does with the left boot. Capers-Brown, the side's better at trying to accelerate down the sideline. Floats it in behind. Looking for Hunter. Appeals for handball from the Azzurri side. And crossed into the box. No one there from Azzurri at the back post, and it's cleaned up by Young. King, miscued pass. Capers-Brown tracks back and will push it across to the right. Discasio inside for Perez. Nice vision there, putting it out in front of Martin. She's got some time and space. Can she find a target in the box? Take a deflection. Is that another player wearing it in the face? It might have been. Not quite as much power as we saw before, but Simons reels back from that one, and it'll be a corner for Charlestown Azzurri. One of the limited chances inside the attacking third for Azzurri in this first half. Ellie Jones to take it. Plenty of options inside the 6-yard box. Just Libby Capers-Brown sitting outside looking likely to advance. Push it up and Janikowski comes out to the front post and clears it away. Now, gets the second possession and drives it down the line. Capers-Brown pushing it centrally. The referee has to do some acrobatics there to avoid it. Perez passes it on. King drives it into the box. What a pinpoint pass for Hunter. There's red jerseys all around her and she can't hang on to possession, and then will give away a foul. Ticking down in the first half here. Can one of these sides get a breakthrough? Very few real opportunities that have looked like breaking the game open across the opening 37 to 38 minutes. Ball goes backwards now with Simons. Pulled forward to Spranger on the right. Cuts infield, beats one, beats a second. Decides not to overplay a hand, lays it off. Ball comes back in, takes a deflection. Spranger is gifted possession, a strike taken from range. That shouldn't challenge Bartels, and she just falls forward on it, comfortably taking that. Experienced shot stopper for Azzurri. And the ball sprays wide. Lily Young will watch it across the sideline for Broadmeadow and take the throw. Now Lowe brings it wide again. They come to this right side, the favoured right side for the Magic. Misdirected pass there for Spranger, gives it into Capers-Brown, but Azzurri, all their players behind the ball, essentially barring Hunter. Libby Capers-Brown just meandering past defenders at will. Discasio threads it into the box, just a little too heavy for a chasing Gardner. We'll go across the face and we'll have another goal kick. Charlestown starting to find a couple of moments of promise. Now again, Capers-Brown just stepping in and taking possession away for Azzurri. Can't find her target with a pass, and it's deflected. Magic now. Thread the needle. Wallace. Martin pushing it in, looking for Nally Hunter, who can contest it, loses sight of the ball though, and plays it back, trying for Redmond, but finds the former Azzurri player in Spranger. Now working their way up. Master Antonio controlling possession in midfield. Plays it wide now to Simons. Simons for right. Spranger making a run there. Just pulled it up a little. Might have been through the hole if she had found that pass. Now it's fed into the box right. Pushes it towards the right post. They can't really threaten the goal. And away goes Capers-Brown. Accelerating down the left. Cutting back infield. It cuts past one defender. She's going to go the length herself here. Feeds it in. Trying to find Hunter. But it's broken up by the Magic defence. So nice and composed. Although I'm sure Dean Cook would not have loved seeing Libby Copers-Brown wander through the majority of his team at will. Throwing goes forward, finds Redmond. Then he'll elude a couple of players, finds Hunter with the pass. And Gardner just pulled out of that at the last moment. I'm not quite sure. Seemed unusual, like she was in prime position. Sciascio fighting after this one, loses the footing, but referee says all ball, and now she's away down the right. Looks for the early ball in, beats everyone. There were 7 bodies in there, and she managed to thread it through all of them somehow. And Redmond will just get a foot in on this ball and push it across the sideline. This first half seems to be winding its way to what seems an inevitable conclusion unless someone can grab it by the horns in the last few minutes here. Copers-Brown, back to Martin, to King. Strong movement from King, laying it out now for Budden. Nancy down the field, plenty of space offered to her before she sends it wide. Gardner tries to play it in through a wall of red shirts, and it's just sent straight back over the sideline for another throw-in. Now working it through Perez for Hunter. Pushes it wide. Martin, will she wind up and take a strike here? Looked like the best option. Oh, third play getting hit in the head. He's wearing footballs in the face at will and frequently across his opening 45. Here goes Wallace. In a foot race against her opposite number in Discasio. And Jessica Wallace, just a jersey tug there. It wasn't subtle at all. A little bit of frustration just came out there. It was clear for the referee to see. Charlestown will have a dead ball opportunity here to work it out of their own half. Now Martin feeds it in, racing through Redmond. Well defended there, Anya Lowe. Well, she only clears as far as Martin. That'll be a foul. It's a heavy challenge, but not a lot of malice in it. Just missed time. The referee just gives a caution to Kate Spranger. Inside the final couple of minutes of regulation time. Great opportunity here for Azzurri. Copers-Brown over the dead ball. Just beyond the 18-yard box. Almost parallel to the top of it, but maybe 4 metres to the left. Can she curl this in and create a dangerous headed opportunity for the likes of Hunter? Hits it to the back post, a little too heavy. And we'll come back for another goal kick. Interesting to see how long the referee decides to extend this half beyond the regulation for the stoppages we've had. So the extended stoppage for the injury to Denholm. Largest contributor there. Janikowski offered a lot of time and space. Lays it off to a fellow centre back in Lowe. Simons back to Lowe. Milkman, Tracy, again back to Janikowski. Charlestown happy just to retreat and sit in a defensive block. Azzurri for Wright. Simons mistimed and falls for Copers-Brown, who initially loses it but regains it with a strong tackle. Feeds it wide to Discasio, who's got time and space. Plays it down the line for Gardner. Gardner in a foot race with Young. Cross it into the box. Just pushed just wide. The attempt by Ellie Jones deflected wide of the goals, and we'll have a corner kick here for Charlestown in the shadows of half-time. Azzurri with 5 in the box. Plenty of red jersey in there. They go to the front post. Oh, chipped over. Wonderful little bit of deft touch, but it wasn't quite on target for Azzurri. Wasn't far away though. Ischiasio with the wonderful touch at the front post, just off target. Now, Broadmeadow happy to work it back through the defensive line. Janikowski goes long. Ischiasio plays it forward and angles it away, so it will go over the sideline for another throw to the Magic. Janikowski again, sends it across, low. As Simon's wide, uses her to the right. Plays it through the midfield for Ferrisat. Dylan Tracy chimes in and pushes it back to low again. Ferrisat back to low. Magic in no hurry to go anywhere at the moment. Just looking to find some spaces or create them. Heavy touch there. Pires goes in, gets a little clip, and we'll have another foul. We'll into stoppage time now. Bartels pushes everyone long and central. Looking for something just before half-time here. Drives it into a pack. Sprayed out to the left, but the referee says that will do us. And there's been minimal real opportunities for scoring. It's been a grind in this first half between these two sides as they try and get ascendancy. And at half-time, both coaches will undoubtedly have a few things to work on. Interesting to see what the conversations in the sheds are as they look to prepare for the second 45 in this crucial game. Both Alicia Ferguson, Charlestown Azzurri and Dean Cook's Broadmeadow Magic. We're going to take a short break here on Northern New South Wales YouTube from the Cardiff Motor Group Northern New South Wales NPL Women's Competition. We're back with the second half in about 10 minutes or so. Don't go too far. We look forward to bringing you all of the second half action very, very soon.
Anyone can sell you a car, but at Cardiff Motor Group, you'll experience the car difference. We're a team driven by passion for excellence in both our service and our range of new and pre-owned vehicles. We listen to what you need and work within your budget to get you behind the wheel of a car you love. Call into our showroom or take a look online and experience the car difference with Cardiff Motor Group.
about a new car? Visit the team at Cardiff Volkswagen and view the fantastic range of new and demonstrator vehicles, with all-weather on-site undercover parking available 7 days a week. View the award-winning Amarok range, Caddy, Transporter, Crafter and all-new electric ID Buzz. You'll be sure to find a great deal on your next vehicle. Experience the car difference with instant on-site finance quotes, genuine parts and accessories, factory-trained workshop technicians and locals supporting locals with service with a smile. All in one place. Call into our showroom for a coffee and a chat or take a look online. Cardiff Volkswagen, 2 Sturt Road, Cardiff, part of the Cardiff Motor Group.
Anyone can sell you a car, but at Cardiff Motor Group, you'll experience the car difference. We're a team driven by passion for excellence in both our service and our range of new and pre-owned vehicles. We listen to what you need and work within your budget to get you behind the wheel of a car you love. Call into our showroom or take a look online and experience the car difference with Cardiff Motor Group.
team at Cardiff Volkswagen and view the fantastic range of new and demonstrator vehicles with all-weather on-site undercover parking available 7 days a week. View the award-winning Amarok range, Caddy, Transporter, Crafter and all-new electric ID Buzz. You'll be sure to find a great deal on your next vehicle. Experience the car difference with instant on-site finance quotes, genuine parts and accessories, factory-trained workshop technicians and locals supporting locals with service with a smile. All in one place. Call into our showroom for a coffee and a chat or take a look online. Cardiff Volkswagen, 2 Sturt Road, Cardiff, part of the Cardiff Motor Group.
Welcome back to Lylecar Oval here at Whitebridge for the second half. In this Cardiff Motor Group Northern New South Wales NPL women's clash between Charlestown Azzurri and the Broadmeadow Magic. The Magic make their way back out onto the field, all locked up at 0-0 after a very tight tussle in the opening 45. Great to see a good healthy crowd in here. We've got some players from a couple of the other NPL sides, plenty of Magic fans, Azzurri fans, all making their way around the ground and making the most of a Saturday night twilight fixture. Azzurri just waiting, Magic to get into position to get us underway for this second half. Very few shots on target in that first half. Can someone break the shackles? Is there some inspirational chat from either Alicia Ferguson or Dean Cook in the sheds at half-time that is going to spark their side to a new level of life in this second half? Only time will tell. Chris McPherson bring you all the action live and free on the Northern New South Wales YouTube channel. Your home of NPL men's and women's first and reserve grade, live and free. As Hunter goes long here and just trying to catch Marley Blanche napping. And straight away, Broadmeadow working it out through Janikowski. Lily Young, back to Janikowski. And Yellow tracking downfield, plenty of space in front of it, lays it off for Simons. Misdirected pass, which was the core story of the first half. Neither team able to get too much fluidity in their possession. Bit of an arm wrestle, a bit of a grind. First 45 and the second 45 play in the same way, or can someone get the stranglehold? Long ball from Janikowski out in front, looking for Wright. Bartels comes out of a box and reads it well and clears it across the sideline. And the ball pushed down the line from Simons. Now to play for an Azzurri throw. Now, Magic take it. They work it through the defence of Jankowski. Back it goes to Blanche. Plays it down and wide for Lowe. Another interesting factor here could be, can someone inject some spark from the benches? Scrappy pass back to Bartels here. Under pressure from Wright was Taryn King. The ball goes out of play and Janali Hunter tries to appeal for an Azzurri throw. Not to be. Now, Charlestown switch it wide here. DiScasio. Plays it forward to Gardner. Misdirected pass again there. An Achilles heel on both sides so far. Young plays it infield. Now they go across to Agnolo. Working it around. Bjorkman playing it forward. Thoughtful ball down to the outside and beautiful work cutting in from Simons. Plays it into the box. Opportunity here. Off target. That was a great chance for the Magic. Wallace couldn't get it down. Just got underneath it a little too much. Great chance there from Magic. Well worked and great lead-up work for Simons to get it into the box. Contest again here on the left. Magic winning out. Push it across. Another challenge tight. Assistant referee says Azzurri ball. Yep, Lowe plays it back to Blanche. Magic just happy to casually play it out, work it out through Simons. Now, Azzurri try to push it forward. Magic got it away. Now, space created. DiScasio out wide with time and space. Floats it into the box, coming at the back stick. Almost attempt for a back heel there from Copers Brown. That would have been magnificent, but not completely dealt with. Redmond there takes a strike. Comfortably taken by Blanche on a chest. Heavy challenge, foul goes to Magic. Janikowski now. Floated into the box. Arriving at the back stick, but easily reading it was Danny Bartels. Temperature continues to drop here at Lyle Carr as we get later into the evening. Opportunity here that an arm pull one way and then a push and a pull the other. Temper's just starting to build up as neither side can get the breakthrough. Magic will take this now. Azzurri could somehow jag a goal. They would actually jump over Magic on the live ladder. Olympic losing earlier today, 6-1 to New Lambton. Further ensconces New Lambton into the top two and puts the pressure on Olympic with teams dipping at their heels. Now working forward, Wallace. Been the key protagonist for them. Yorkman Tracy into the box. Bouncing off one, fires it in, and Bartels grabs it just before the byline. Certainly a little more intent appearing from the Magic. So live standings at the moment, Magic on 11 points, Olympic on 10, Rosebuds on 9 and Azzurri on 9. So push forward here. With Adamstown playing Maitland tomorrow, which would be quite some result if they managed to take points from that. Charlestown could quite well, if they could win this game, find themselves in the top four after a very lethargic start to the season. Now the ball pushed forward for Gardner, plays it into the box. There was almost more hope than intent about that pass. Both sides starting to probe a little further forward. DiSciascio, referee says she got the ball. Copers Brown now comes away with it. Urges some teammates forward. Doesn't realise she's about to have a pocket pick by Kate Springer, however. Heavy challenges, both teams throwing their body in willingly after the football. DiSciascio plays it forward out in front of Gardner. A substitute. Crossed it into the box, a little too heavy. And at the back post is Simons, who pushed it across the byline for another corner. With pressure coming from behind from Redmond. Perry's back play just stretching out what looks like to be the early signs of cramp. And you wonder at what point will we start to see the introduction of some fresh life for either side to try and break this game open. Jones over the corner. Copers Brown peels off, creating an option. Get it up into the pack. Comes down again. Over the byline. No, says the assistant referee. A little bit of confusion. Eventually we get there. Another corner. Charlestown creating some chances. Feels like the majority of the chances in this game so far have been at the southern end. Jones again there. Blanche trying to create space for herself in the goal mouth. Copers Brown presents short. They go out the back. The opportunity here. Probed into the box. Falls back to Jones. Broadmeadow appeal for offside, not to be had. Good foot in there. And again, this will roll away for another corner. Spent too much more time down there. They'll start to need some roll-out mattresses and tents. Camp down in this corner. Jones again. Copers Brown presents the short option, dragging a number away. Now floated into the 6-yard box. Got the ground, beats everyone at the back in the end and pulled up with control. Win out here, Magic, and they streak away down the left with Wallace. Shoulder to shoulder with Martin. Referee says no, that's not shoulder to shoulder. Well, he thought about going to his pocket but decided better of it. Still no cards. A bit of confusion there. We're going to change coming. Looks like we do. And substitution. The Carstairs coming on. If we can work out who the player was that came off, might be the question. Very quick, and with no fourth official, it makes it hard as Janikowski puts it into the box. It's headed somewhat away by Martin. I think it might have been Aoife Redmond who was the player replaced. Chance into the box here. King just composed, but the flag comes up for offside. I have to let it play out, the assistant referee, before interjecting. Dean Cook giving some conversation. One of his bench players. Charlestown try and work it around the outside. An air swing from Hunter, though, turns it over. Almost a third of the way through this second half. Still no score between these two sides. A draw will be enough for Magic to hang on to a spot in the top four. Appeals for a handball. Oh, it came deflected off the arm, but the referee says play on. Di Sciascio, cornered by Bjorkman Tracy, and a little bit of miscommunication there as two Azzurri players almost have a head-on collision. Now Copers Brown getting away with it, feeding it out in front. Gardner racing away. Janikowski will be there in cover. Gardner takes it away from her. Can she beat it to the byline? She does, and manages to play it in the leg of Janikowski. Then stands over her after knocking it aground, and we'll have a corner for Azzurri. It'll be Jones to take it. Both sides have had plenty of opportunities from the set piece. Jones now. Lofts it in, close to the face of goal. Too tight in the end, doesn't actually get an opportunity for a side and lands on the top netting. And another goal kick. Molly Blanche will take the short goal kick and they'll look to play it out. Charlestown take over here. Denali Hunter plays it forward now. Gardner, heavy touch back inside, just puts it into the path of a Magic retreating defender before they play it back to Janikowski, who turns it over. Jones takes a strike from range, but it's well off target to the left. Chancing a hand, you can feel the frustration building for both sides. Marissa Master Antonio will be the player to come off. New player coming on is Nina Collins. It's Young will feint but play it out. Discasio goes into contact and force Broadmeadow backwards before they can try and go forwards. And Yellow to play it out. They push a ball through and it doesn't really eventuate for anyone, and Denny Bartels will track away from a goals, collect it, work it back into the box and eventually pick it up. Sends it long with some good precision. Not quite controlled by Chloe Martin, and eventually pushed back over the sideline. Libby Copus-Brown just goes down with hopefully nothing too significant. Very confused on what's happened there. Nice for the trainer, just then decided to get back up. Libby Copus-Brown, and then we'll have to wait some time off the field. Very peculiar. Didn't seem to be hampered at all as she ran off. First involvement we've seen from Carstairs. Floats it into the box. Good idea. Just picked off by the Magic. Now they push it forward here. Simons gets the ball forward and then Wallace races down the right. They're going to have a foul here. A little bit of tension starting to build as we push through towards the 20-minute mark of this second half. Another strong collision there as Charlestown come out on top. Now Copus-Brown will be allowed back on. Heading over for treatment. I think it might have been asthma puffer maybe the requirement. Opportunity here for Wright into the box, gets past the defence. Can you push it across? Fires it into the woodwork from close range. That is by far the closest either side have come. And Magic now probing. Pushed away though by Martin. Hunter, heavy touch. Trying to push past Lowe, who tracks back and gives it off to Janikowski, the captain. Pushing forward again, the Magic. Lily Young wide with the ball, feeds it back. Bjorkman Tracy feeds it into the box, headed away to the top of the 18-yard box. Beresat puts it back inside, takes a shot. Well dealt with by Bartels. Now, Bjorkman Tracy working forward. Plays it down the left. A nice forward push ball for Wallace. Puts it into the box. The speed away. Not completely dealt with Bjorkman Tracy. Through the legs, deflected, and then Bartels somehow. I think she's ended up sitting on the football. Doesn't matter how you save them, I suppose, so long as you do as a goalkeeper, and she did exactly that. Now, Charlestown go forward. Janali Hunter putting it out in front. That's a nice ball. Oh, the Carstairs cuts into the 18-yard box. Thought about a shot. Half-hearted in the end, and it's deflected away. And they push it forward now, Wimberley right. Sprang up, puts the ball forward. Appeals for offside from Azzurri, but the flag stays down. Very quick run from the forward runner there in Wallace. Now Collins. Right. Feeds it through. Track back comfortably there. King the line to clear it out. Copers Brown slow back to her feet. Going down to the ground, and I think we might see Libby Copers Brown as a potential change in a moment. Azzurri sending their substitutes for a warm-up. Yeah, you can see a change. Copers Brown signals that. She's certainly been the sparkful on the different points. Just not quite able to push through the 90. Work away off the far side, and we'll work out who the substitute is to come on. Charlestown just going to play a player down by the look of it for the time being. They push the ball through and it'll go across the byline, but it doesn't matter because the offside flag goes up.
Last drink's been served in the canteen, please. Last drink, last call.
And there's the change. Orangey coming on. Ball pushed forward now. Both sides trying to get on top. It's Copers Brown replaced by Lauren. Almost 25 gone. It's looked closer to team scoring in the second half as fatigue creeps in, and as the throw goes forward here, and then well played into the legs of an advancing Magic player earns Charlestown a goal kick. And neither side able to break the deadlock as of yet. Now Charlestown pushing it forward. Played on again. Deflected though. Young will play it back now for Janikowski. I think last time these two sides clashed back in round 7 in April was 6-0 to Broadmeadow Magic. Talks to you about the recruiting and the improvement that Charlestown have found in that window. Magic have added players since that point as well, so both sides have uplifted. You see a little clip there from Chloe Martin, and we finally, after over 70 minutes, see the referee go to his pocket for the first time. Opportunity here for the Magic. Wide out, live with the 18-yard box. About 5 to 6 metres in from the right-hand sideline. Bjorkman hits it. Seen away by Azzurri for the time being, but not completely dealt with. Simons plays it wide. Young back for Simons. Back again. Young with some space. Plays it in. He's trying to work it around here, Magic, in the attacking half. They push it back to Lowe. Lowe plays it more centrally for Ferrisat. It's turned over, but they capitalise and get it back here. Collins feeds it through, looking for a runner. Charlestown play it back to Bartels. Clean up and send it back to halfway. Misdirected header there. Low. Back to Janikowski. She'll go all the way back to Marley Blanche. And Blanche will play it out for Lowe. Lowe under pressure. They're pressing hard, Charlestown here. They sense some opportunity. Little missed pass at the back. Collision. Ball spills out at the back. And again, Young. Nice little touch back inside. Plays it down the line. And a little touch there. Di Sciascio can't control it. And Magic escaped the press. Collins fires it across. There's plenty of heat on that pass. Now the ball played forward. Carstairs can't hang on to it. Janikowski steps in. Bjorkman Tracy going forward now. All of a sudden they both found a spring in their step in a different gear. Simons back to her right fullback position, working it forward. Spranger gets it out in front for Wright. Carves towards the 18-yard box. Decides to try and cross it in, but it's blocked. She retreats the ball back to Simons now. The flag goes up for offside. Just jumping the gun a little early there, Magic. You can see what they were trying to conjure, trying to pop that ball in behind. The timing just a touch off. Time ticking away. Both sides well in the contest at the moment. Starting to find opportunities and openings. As fatigue sinks in. Sent long. Martels, well broken up by Collins. Now Broadmeadow through Wallace. Wallace does well. Carves to the outside. Floats it in. Opportunity if they get a runner there, but Bartels reads it well, comes out and takes it calmly and composed. Bartels running out of time there, just pulls it up and drops it to her feet. Headed forward. That was a forceful header from Lily Young. Now put forward by Charlestown. Jones not in a position really to respond and chase, and ball doesn't quite go out and force the play. Janikowski up in front. Di Sciascio has time. Plays it forward now. Grizz into the legs of Janikowski. Janikowski a shot after the pass, and the referee happy just with a caution there. We're going to have a change here. Broadmeadow. Jessica Wallace has been asked to come off. She's saying no, and The coach continues to insist. Another change for Magic, so it'll be Wallace coming off. Opportunity here for Charlestown. Emmeline Howard, the player coming on. That's just seen over the sideline by Broadmeadow. Ball goes out for a goal kick. Is this one going to hold out and play out in a stalemate? Can someone grab something here late in the game as Howard plays it back, right, pushes it forward. Bjorkman Tracy's there, just couldn't quite get the touch she wanted. King pushes it wide, but there's no Azzurri jumpers there. Racing forward now, Lily Young. Pulls back, crosses it into the box. Bounces away past Howard. It's sent long by Charlestown. Simons brings it down. Moderate collision, and the referee says that amounts to a foul. So Broadmeadow will have an opportunity here inside the attacking half for a dead ball set piece. 13 minutes or so of regulation time remain here, and then it'll be at the referee's discretion. Janikowski over the dead ball. Just shy of 40 metres from goal. Deflected down by the wall while she was winding up and trying to take just a full-on strike from there. I suppose you've got to be in it to win it. Carstairs pushes it wide now. Comes wider again and racing down this right sideline. Erica Di Sciascio floats it in towards the back post, arriving there, heading over. It was the right idea, the header just couldn't get down on target. That looked really promising from Azzurri. Now Young. Bjorkman Tracy working forward. Ferengi going at it forcefully. Bjorkman Tracy comes out on top, beats one. Janali Hunter just comes in and just takes down Bjorkman Tracy, and she will become the second player booked. Alongside her captain. We've got another change coming here. Change coming here. Has to be for Broadmeadow. Charlestown have used their rotation. Waiting. As is Murphy's Law, the player coming from the far side. Spranger replaced. Madeline Campbell comes on. Janikowski will take this. Drives it in. Bartell's happy just to palm it down with all the time in the world. Can Campbell make an impact here? Ball played on. Bjorkman Tracy out wide, trying to cut in behind. Gets into the 18-yard box. Good sliding tackle there, taking the ball out of play. Forcing a corner there. Corner for Magic here. Can they get on top? Inside the final 10. Held to the front post, palm down, and over the byline again. We'll have another corner. Bartels was strong and composed there at the front post. Another chance here. Bjorkman Tracy to take the corner again. Similar delivery, and it could be quite dangerous. Janikowski peels away. Heavier hit. Headed just away from the 6-yard box, and it comes down now. Janikowski poking at it. Another prod, and it goes over the crossbar. An audible groan comes out from the Azzurri fans here. They thought for a moment they might have fallen behind in the dying stages. Not to be just yet. Holly Blanche very vocal at the back for the Broadmeadow Magic. Bartels plays this down. DiSciascio miscues it inside. Collins. Ferrisat. Manhandled by Hunter. Hunter racing away. Can she feed the pass in front for a teammate? Tracking back Simons. Gardner gets a touch. Who has last touch? Referee says last touch Magic. We'll have another corner, this time at the other end for Azzurri. End-to-end football in the dying stages here at Lyle Carr Oval. Round 14, Cardiff Motor Group, Northern New South Wales NPL women's competition. Coming down to the wire. The winner of this game will sit in 4th place tonight. For Magic, a draw will be enough to hold the spot. For Azzurri, they must take the 3 points to climb up that ladder. A draw would lift them up 1 spot to 6th. Now it's curled in short to the front post. Hunter brings it down. Prodded. Played forward again. Flag stays down. Handball appeal. Very heavy appeal. It was close. The referee not having any of it. Charlestown will just come with a throw in towards halfway. Emotions rising the later we get into this one. Goes out again, another Azzurri throw. Broadmeadow have probably had the better of the opportunities, but that doesn't really impact the scoreboard unless you can convert them. There's Hunter working forward here. Pushed back by Simons. Can't be controlled by Martin. Hunter gets it out in front of Martin. Flag stays down. Martin gets clipped. Charlestown appeal for a foul. Martin's trying to shepherd it over the byline. It's not going to go. They play it back, and Janali Hunter's almost sent it to Dudley. Frustration coming there for Azzurri. They're sitting and hoping. Trying to force their chances. Janikowski sends it long. Howard brings it down. Now played back. Awkward bouncing ball. Gardner gets on top here. Can she find the pass into the box? Takes a shot. Parried down. Not quite dealt with it. Sprayed wide. She had the keeper beaten. They just couldn't finish quite on target. The substitute Isla Carstairs so close for Charlestown to nabbing the lead. Thought they had it there. Worked out from the back now. They're going to play it out, Magic. Daniel Lowe pushes it down. Campbell plays it across to the right. Now they probe it forward. Wimberley right, sending it down the line, looking for a runner. Charlestown appealing for offside. Campbell puts it into the box and just poked away. Wright's there. Janelle Hunter's arriving. Wright throws herself at the football but misses everything. And away come Azzurri. Last gasp efforts here. Pushed out wide. That's a wonderful ball. Good vision from Charlestown. Simon space out in front. And the pass just wasn't quite what was being asked for. Goes long. Hunter with the header. It's forward now to right. Air swing from the defender in Budden. Well, dealt with by King. See both sides starting to fatigue. The execution getting a little sloppier at times. Discasio plays it forward. That's a nice ball. Brought down. Now, opportunity here. That pass just a little offline. That last polish not quite there for the Azzurri so far. Yorkman Tracy takes it back. Now they track forward. Inside the final 5 minutes. Wembley Wright dropping deep to pick up this possession. Gives it off to Lily Young. Instructions coming thick and fast. Budden gets a boot in. Plays it forward now. Pires. That's a good ball out in front. Gardner just let it bounce. She had controlled it early. Might have had an opportunity instead. Away races Simons. She's been solid for them on the right. Now a chance. Howard takes a pot shot from range. Not to be. Easy for Bartels to deal with. She sends it back over halfway. On the volley, low. Now Azzurri through. Pires. Comes wide. Discasio. Discasio floats it over the top. Well headed by Lowe. Tracking back now. G not there. Now Lowe. Discasio. She's looked dangerous when she's run forward. Crossed it into the box, but there's no one there. Blanche picks it up on the first bounce, and away she'll go and send it long. She gets right underneath that one, and a little bit of side slice on it. Only just pulls up inside the sideline. Now, Bjorkman Tracy lays it off to the right. Fed back in. Can she get a shot away here? This could be the chance for Magic. Bjorkman Tracy blocked. Good defence, Charlestown. The challenge, though, they've got 10 players, all within QE of their 18-yard box, and very few pushing forward. Both teams starting to run out on their feet late in this one. Time ticking down. The player down with cramp here. Oh, game plays on, and she's straight back up. Janikowski. Pushing forward. Isla Carstairs pushing up, trying to put the press on. The player down again. Now it spills out. Carstairs gets a header on. Gets the break. Takes a prod at it. It's taken down. And it's going to be a corner. Corner for Charlestown Azzurri. I don't think a lot of players have realised this now. They start to track back. More concerned with their teammate is down, getting stretched out for cramp. Heading towards the end of regulation time here. Still no goals. So Azzurri will be with just 10 for this corner kick. With Janali Hunter to take it. Watch for Taryn King coming from deep in the 18-yard box here, making a run. Numbers clustered in. Budden in there as well. Play to the back post. It beats everyone. It'll race away over the byline, and we'll have another goal kick. And Nikowski will take the goal kick. Inside the final 60 seconds of regulation time. If not now, it's when, if you're going to want to claim these 3 points here. Headed back low, brought down. Well controlled by Jones. Under pressure now, though. She pushes it wide to no blue jerseys. There's a red one there, though, that of Emily Ferrisat. Away she goes, plays it forward. Moyne Howard pushes it in now. Wembley Wright. You think she may be the go-to, takes a strike from range. Falls friendly. They feed it into the box, and it's going to go right across the face. No one chasing. Danny Bartels calls for a team to go forward. Bartels going to have to work back to her goals here because Broadmeadow are in possession with Janikowski. She pokes it forward, finds another red jersey, and Bjorkman Tracy. You can feel the tempo picking up in the dying stages here. As we trickle into stoppage time, Bjorkman Tracy just out-muscled off the ball from DiScasio. The ball out of play, and it will be a foul in the end. As Bjorkman Tracy goes down as well. Hasn't been the most picturesque spectacle of football, but it's been a grind. Both sides have absolutely had their shoulder to the wheel for the full 90 minutes. Tells now to get us back underway. At the referee's discretion for how long this plays on. He moves Bjorkman Tracy back into the play. Denali Hunter plays it forward. They go back though. Now with Pires. Nice little ball beating too for Hunter. Hunter trying to feed it in behind. It's going to be a foot race here from G. Broadmeadow is happy to push it across the line. Charlestown will have a throw. This could be the last throw of the dice for either side. Time ticking down. DiScasio comes down for the throw. Will she look long into the box? No, just tries to go to advantage of Jones. Instead it falls back off the deflection of Bjorkman Tracy. Hunter brings it down into the box. Volleys it up. Blanche will take it easily, the high ball. And she'll come out and get it into play again. Both sides know very little time remaining. They're going to need to find something big here to try and break this deadlock. They haven't been able to do it in over 90 minutes. Only limited time remaining now. King tracking back, just sends it over the sideline. No, not quite. Not enough power on it, so picked up by Simons. Crossed into the box. Here's a chance. Bartels falls forward onto it. That's well taken. The referee takes a glimpse at his watch. We continue on. Bartels goes long. Brought off the boot now. Low now for Collins. Jones loses the footing. Young plays it forward. DiScasio steps in. Pressed forward. Janikowski deflected. Opportunity here. No, Broadmeadow throwing themselves into it wholeheartedly. Both sides going after this in the dying stages. Strike taken from range. Oh, well saved. Marley Blanche took a deflection. She read it well. And that will be full time. The deadlock will not be broken. A share of the points here between Broadmeadow Magic and Charlestown Azzurri. Magic cling on to fourth spot. Azzurri will continue to inch their way up towards that Final Four race. It stays alive for the time being. But a huge thank you for tuning in to the Northern New South Wales Football YouTube channel for round 14. Cardiff Motor Group, NPL Northern New South Wales women's action. All locked up at full time. 0-0 draw here between Charlestown Azzurri and Broadmeadow Magic. A share of the points, a fitting result. I'm Chris McPherson signing out. Wishing you a very good evening. We look forward to seeing you here again on the Northern New South Wales YouTube channel very, very soon. I think the mic is there, yeah. All good, thank you, mate. I've got a dash. Appreciate it. Have to see your anything too.
Oh, my bad. That's what I was meant to do. I got a car so I can take
Yeah.